Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is probably the most famous game ever played in the history of chess. It is between Paul Morphy versus Duke Karl and Count Isouard. Paul Morphy is playing, I believe, blindfolded. Paul Morphy has white. Duke and Count, they have black. Morphy goes for e4. They go for e5. Knight f3, d6, Philidor defense. Straight away from the get-go, Morphy goes for d4. Why? d4 does two things. It takes up space and also attacks c5 and e5. Or maybe in the future as well, Morphy wants to go d5 if he wants to. They play bishop to g4. Already a very weak move. Why, you might ask? It's very simple. All we can do is we can play pawn takes e5. Why? Why is this a good move? This is the top move, and this is the best move, because black can really not capture this pawn back properly. So, for example, if they capture back, they're already losing badly. Why? Because what we play is queen takes d8, king takes, and now this pawn is unguarded, and we take it, and we attack the bishop, and attack the f7 square as well. So they have to go back, bishop e6. So now they are down a whole pawn. So they go for g4. Like we said, Morphy just simply took on d5. Now they make another big mistake. They take on f3, bishop takes f3. This is a very bad move. Why? Because it lets Morphy develop his queen while recapturing. So that's generally a very bad move. They play pawn takes e5. Morphy goes bishop c4. Now, bishop c4, as you guys can see, is a very powerful move. Morphy now has an initiative, as you guys can see from the arrows, attacking this weak f7 pawn that's only guarded by the king. So if you play a random move, you might get checkmated. They wouldn't do that. So they played knight to f6, developing the knight, right? And blocking the f7 pawn from the queen. Morphy goes to b3. The point of going to b3 is, again, attacking this f7 pawn once more. What they play now is queen to e7. Queen to e7 simply defends the pawn. So now the queen and the king is defending it twice. Knight to c3. Simply developing, attacking the middle, taking up space. c6. Bishop to g5 by Morphy. Pinning the knight to the queen. They play their biggest blunder of the whole game. b5 is a very big blunder. I want you guys to take 3 seconds, maybe pause the video if you can, and try to find the best move here in this position. I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds. All right. If you guys said bishop takes b5, you guys will be wrong. Why? Because this sacrifice doesn't do anything actually. This actually equalized the whole game. Why? Pawn takes back. However you take back, doesn't matter. You're either equal or you're losing. Taking back with the knight is very bad because you get knight c6 and your knight is just placed there stupid and is not doing anything basically. Okay, so let's go back. Let's take it with the queen now. Queen takes is the same thing. Black is better in this position. What they can play simply is queen to d7, easily blocking this check. And what else can you play here? There's nothing else you can do. So therefore, if you guys said bishop takes b5, it is a wrong move. This position, Paul Morphy played correctly. Knight takes b5. Yes, this is a very beautiful move. And you guys will see this in many intermediate level games yourselves as well. And you guys can play this by yourselves for sure. What is the point of this move? So let's see. Pawn takes b5. Very bad blunder. Bishop takes b5 with check. So in this position, Duke and Count, they played knight to d7, simply blocking the check. But the attack is not over yet. Morphy plays quiet move, but a deadly one. Queenside castles. Queenside castles, what is that doing? So the point of this move is what? Now we have a rook in this file attacking the knight again. So now we have double attack on the knight. So what do they play? To protect this knight, like we said, they play rook to d8. So Morphy played rook takes d7. Rook takes d7 is a beauty, okay? It is a very beautiful move. So Duke and Count, they have 3 ways of taking the rook. Either with this rook or with the queen, where you will lose your queen if you play queen takes. It's not worth it. Or with a knight, and you will lose the queen again if you play that. They play rook takes d7, and now here comes the finishing touch. There's one piece that's not active for Morphy, and that is, yes, you guessed it right, that is the h1 rook. And he brings the h1 rook into the game, attacking d7 once more. Very beautiful. The way he harmonized all the pieces together to create this attack and to finish off the game in 17 moves is very beautiful. And that is why it is the most famous chess game ever played. And let's see how he finished it off. Duke and Count probably thought, oh, my queen is pinned to the knight, so I want to get rid of this pin. So what they played was queen e6. Unfortunately, that's a very bad move. At this point, the kind of move they play is already very bad, and they're losing in every possible way. So in this position, Morphy puts the final touches, okay? I don't want you guys to pause the video. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds, if you don't want to pause, to find the combination, okay? Go ahead. All right, so in this position, if you guys picked bishop takes d7, then you guys are 100% right. And let's see why. So let's see. As the game went on, they played knight takes, okay? Knight takes, okay, I'm defending the check from the queen maybe here, okay? And I'm not, my queen is safe now, okay? Everything looks safe. But if you guys saw bishop takes d7 and you guys finished the game, you guys probably saw what? The next move. Queen to b8, sacrificing the queen and giving a check. Why is this move a brilliancy? Why? Because knight takes, okay? Because you don't have any other option. You cannot go here because the bishop is attacking all these squares, so the king is stuck. So the only move available in this position is what? To take the queen on b8. So the black is forced. Knight takes b8. We get rook to d8. Checkmate. Giving a check, and every square is taken. So now let's look at the other variation. Let's say maybe queen takes, maybe the best move. In that case, we play the same queen to b8 check again. Okay, and don't blunder mate in one, okay, by blocking this check. Because why? It's checkmate in one. Because the rook is protecting the queen, the king cannot go anywhere in this checkmate. So the best move for black is king to e7. Queen takes e5 check, okay. If queen blocks it, okay, beautiful. Queen to c7 check. If you block it, okay, queen takes and checkmate. Okay, so if you go back, rook to d8, checkmate again. So you don't want to block with the queen, okay? Now, we want to go back, king d8. The best move here, as computer suggests, is bishop takes. Pawn takes, queen takes, okay? King to e8, now we take, because after king takes, you can take back the rook. Queen versus bishop, and you're up a lot of pawns. I'll take that any day. And they will lose. They're getting annihilated in this position. So this was probably the better way to go, you know, for them to take with the queen. But if they took with the queen, we would never have this game. Therefore, I actually thank them that they took it with the knight, so that we can get to see this amazing and beautiful checkmate. Queen b8, beauty. Knight takes, rook takes d8, checkmate. With 2 pieces. And what's funny is that black has way more pieces than white. But white wins. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what other games I should recap or show. And also, I'll be streaming on Twitch. I'll put my link down below in the description. Yeah. Peace.